Hey guys, real quick, I'm going to go over how I attach my river knife using the supplied paracord to just about any PFD on the market. Things you're going to need are a lighter, an X-Acto or razor blade, the supplied paracord, your knife obviously, and a piece of scrap wood to cut on. All right, the first thing we're going to do is take our paracord and lay it behind our shoulder strap. We're going to want to try to center it up. We're going to take our knife, we're going to lay it on the shoulder strap just like that. We're going to take the right hand side of the paracord and come up through the bottom right hole on the sheath, and we've made sure that the edge is facing away from our body. We're going to take the left hand side and come up through the second hole up on the left, just like that. So we've got a strand coming out each side and one strand in the back. Now we're going to take the right hand side, we're going to cross over to the left hand side of the sheath, and we're going to go down through. And we're going to do the same thing with the left hand side, cross over and go down through. And now we're going to pull a little tight, and then we're going to take these two strands and we're going to cross them behind the shoulder strap. So our left one is crossed over and is now coming up the right. And then our right one crosses over and it comes up the left. Just like that. We've now got both strands coming out the top of the sheath. Pull it nice and tight. And then what we're actually going to do is this left hand side is going to come down and it's going to go back down through the hole on the same side. Just like that. And then we're going to do the same thing on the right hand side. We're going to come down. We're going to go back down through the hole on the right side. This part can be a little tricky because there's already a strand in there, so sometimes you just gotta sort of wiggle it in. Just like that. So it should be looking something like this now. At this point, we're gonna cross in the back again, so the right hand side crosses to the left, left hand side crosses to the right, and then you're gonna come up through the closest hole. Just like that, and just like this. So now that we've got those strands coming up, we're going to take both of these strands and we're going to go down through the last remaining hole. Just like that. And just like that. That's what it should look like there. And if you look at the back, you can see we've ended up with two X's and our original straight across. Want to get as much slack out as we can, pull it nice and tight. If you wanted this to sit higher on the shoulder strap, you could thread one of these strands through this webbing on your green jacket, and a lot of other life jackets have the same setup. At this point, you want to pull it nice and snug, get all the slack out as best you can. We're going to turn it over a little bit, and we're just going to tie a finishing knot on these two strands here so that they can't pull back through this eyelet. You really can tie any knot you want, whatever your preference is, but a simple overhand knot like this will do. So we're just going to put a knot in there, and then what I really want to do is dress that knot so that it sits nice and snug right up against the sheath. So we'll just dress that down as best we can. Get it nice and snug there against that sheath. We've got a finishing knot in here so these last two strands can't pull back through this hole now. So all we need to do is cut the tag ends off, and I'll show you how I kind of lock this knot up even a little bit better. To cut these tag ends off, a little trick that I like to use is grab a scrap piece of wood or a brick, something hard with a good sharp edge, and we're going to use it as a little cutting board to sort of just lay that knot right on like so. And once you've done that, we'll cut these tag ends, and you'll want to cut them fairly close to the knot. Just like that. And then the last step is you'll take your lighter and you're going to want to just really dress that up. And I like to kind of hit the whole knot so that it locks everything right in place and there's no chance it's going to come undone. Just be careful you don't melt your sheath or, of course, burn any of your life jacket or the paracord that's holding it on. And obviously this works a lot better if you do it somewhere that isn't windy. I'm outside right now, which makes things a little trickier. But we're just going to really hit this. We're going to get those ends nice and cooked up there. Yeah, I'm outside where it's a little windy, which makes this trickier, but you'll just want to make sure you really hit that knot real good. See that? Yeah, we've got it all locked in place. The whole thing is nice and hard. It's not going to come undone on us. It's smooth. We're good to go. Keep in mind there's 1,000,001 ways you can attach your knife using paracord. This is just my preferred method, so if you find something that works better for you, feel free to go for it. I hope you guys enjoy the knife, and I'll see you on the river.